Hi guys, and welcome to a new tutorial. If you feel like practicing or going along with the video, you can download the sample file in the description. Also, if you have any doubts, don't forget to leave a comment, to like, and to subscribe. So, let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do to get the difference between two dates is to make sure that both of my dates are on a date format. So I'm gonna go up to the numbers section on the home menu, and the first one is set as date and the second one is also set as date. So I'm gonna click on cell C4 and I'm gonna start by typing the equal sign, and now I'm going to select the larger date, which in this case is cell C3, and I'm gonna press the minus sign on my keyboard, and now I'm going to select cell B3, which has the second date. Now I'm going to press enter, and there we go. So Excel is giving us the difference between those two dates, which is this number right here, and this number is displayed as days. So these are the number of days that have passed since this date to this date. So if we want this to be displayed in years, we can do that pretty simple. We can edit our formula here, and I'm gonna start by typing a parenthesis at the beginning and at the end to close it, and I'm gonna type the division sign, and I'm gonna type 365, which is the number of days that are in a year. So now, as you can see, I have found that between this date and this other one there are 27.35 years. Now there is also another way to find this data, so I'm gonna click in here another formula, and this time I'm gonna use this function dated if. And if you're not familiar with this formula, I also recommend you watching my other video about finding the age of a person. So this time I'm going to select the first date and I'm going to press a comma. Now I'm going to select my second date. I'm going to press a comma again, and this time this formula is going to ask me the unit of measure that I want to use. So in this case I want it to be years, so I'm gonna open up a quotation mark and I'm gonna put a Y in there. I'm gonna close the quotation marks and I'm gonna close the parentheses, and I'm gonna press enter. So now, as you can see, there are 27 years between this date and this date. So we can do the same thing if we want to find the number of months that have passed. So we're gonna go to cell C6 and I'm gonna start by typing the same formula, dated if. Then I'm gonna select the first date, a comma, the second date, a comma, and this time I'm gonna open up quotation marks and I'm gonna type an M, which stands for months. So after that I'm going to close parentheses and I'm gonna press enter. So now you can see that there are 327 months between the dates. And we can also do that to find the number of days, which we already did on the first case, but we can also do it with the dated if formula. So I'm gonna type the equal sign and I'm gonna type dated if. I'm gonna select my first date, then a comma, then my second date, a comma, then quotation marks, and I'm gonna type a D, which stands for days, and I'm gonna close the parentheses and I'm gonna press enter. So now we got the same result that we first got on cell C4. So those are two different ways in which you can get the difference between two dates. Alright guys, I hope that video was useful. If it was, please don't forget to leave a comment, to like, and to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything and you'll be motivating me to upload more tutorials for you. Also, don't forget that you can download the sample file in the description below. So, thanks again and see you next time!